Clink. All right, ready? Awesome, awesome. So we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at Extreme14SVG. So you can hop over there right about now. Whew, whew. Let me take a deep breath on this one here. Breathe in, breathe out. Everybody who's stuck in traffic right now, good morning to you. Yeah.
Out.
Because this one here, whew, Lord Jesus.
Out.
Okay, so a disclaimer for this segment, please, when you are sending your voice notes, please try to keep the voice note to 1 minute. Get everything you want to say into 1 minute. Squeeze it in, squeeze it in.
No explicits, please.
Right. Also, your calls, 457-1043. That is the number to call. Please keep the calls down to 1 minute for this segment here. All right, because there's a bit in this segment. Now,
Forgot to tell Dave good morning. Hope you're listening.
oh, for you. I tell everybody good morning. All right.
Good morning, Dave.
Good morning to all the van drivers, conductors, passengers. Good morning to everybody who's on the road right now. Now, there's a document that is going around on social media.
Uh-huh.
Tanti Migo, answer you just now. The headline of this document says, St. Vincent and the Grenadines authorized minibus fares as of June 1st, 2022. In brackets below that, it says to be revised and considered. At Lano Day. Put in Lano. Today is May 24th. So the proposal for that is as at 1, 2, 3, a couple days. 1 week. 1 week away. Who did this document come from? It's not the government. Government, y'all could bash them as much as you want about communication. They would never put out something like this.
I hate
for
the thing
public.
leak, man. I hate the thing leak. The thing leak.
It leak out a battle?
Yeah, leak out the people, them group thing.
Oh, this is an
yeah.
internal document for which group?
Yeah.
For who?
For the bus man, them.
The bus drivers?
Yeah. So it was something that I was told by someone who's in the group that it was a discussion they were having.
Okay,
So they came up with that, and yeah, so one of the members of the group leaked it.
One or more?
It's not anything. It's just a discussion document.
Oh.
It's not. Yeah. So let we just put that out there. Let we just put that out there. It's not official. It was something that is being discussed with the van drivers.
So
It is not official.
okay.
This is a proposal that they're working on.
That is what the people them in
Yes,
the inside.
do
This
not-
group includes all bus drivers
I don't know.
because I spoke to some and they didn't
do
know
not
what the
know.
hell was going on.
Well, remember, some bus drivers don't want to join anything.
So hold on. Let me ask
They just
you.
want to sponge off the man them progress for those who actually want to provide a good service.
Oh, hold on a minute, yeah. So this document leaked into the general public. And this is a proposal by a group of minibus drivers, right? To the government.
Well, I was told that the document was to be discussed to see if the group members deciding on it. No decision has been made yet.
And you
but it's something that they're working on to send to the government.
to the government with
Yeah.
a heading of authorized
Yes.
Okay,
minibus fares. Hold on, I'm getting to a
they made a
point here.
template. I was told that they made a template. So
that is not a template.
Oh, okay. Anyhow, so that is how the document will look when it's official
Official by who?
by them.
No, boss. No, boss.
Okay.
You need some guidance
You-
saying that this is not how it's done.
You know what was funny about it? So I was like, who's the president of the group?
Not
Nobody.
a soul. The
No,
admin.
no one. Ball is my partner still.
Oh,
I understand. All you need a raise. I with y'all.
Wait a minute. Y'all
I
slow
with
down
ya.
a bit. Slow down a bit. Drivers, slow down a bit. You are putting together. Now, I understand, right? That this is how they're going about it. Vintas, pretty much null and void, does not
Nothing.
exist anymore.
Nothing.
You had Noba, you squashed that. Code Red gone and passed on. Noba
Yeah,
probably
rest-
went on
rest
with
in
him. I
peace,
don't know how
Code Red.
long it lasted after he passed on. That gone. You had Vintas. And you're always supposed to come together to put something in place. A comprehensive approach of the industry. Vintas gone. The president resigned. He can't deal with it because everybody all over the place.
Yeah, that toilet effect, man.
So now you have, I understand that it's different groups. So people from Georgetown district, is like district, right?
Gotcha.
They will come together and they would say, all right, this is what we want to propose for the fairs, the new fairs going forward. People from, let me say, Calico Prospect, they will come together, this is what we want. Chauncey Kittels, Chateau, that's how I understand that they were working it in separate groups, and then they're going to come together. So your separate groups would have made these proposals, right, under a header, authorized minibus fairs to propose to the government.
Yeah.
Boy, it's supposed to be the other way around. The government is who authorizes the bus fares.
You buy my van?
Not.
You buy my van?
Don't try that.
You can tell me what to do with my van.
Don't
You
try
ain't buy
that.
my van.
Let me tell you.
You ain't buy
Let me
my
tell
van.
you.
You want to tell me for
The government
Wait.
is
Can
supposed
I have a pen and
to.
paper? Can I have a pen and paper, please?
You, all right.
School is
You
in
like,
session.
you like the jury.
You ain't buy my van. You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah, but you are working in an industry.
I
The
have a-
fares are regulated by the government of SVG,
Right.
the transport board. They already said that they are in talks, in negotiation. The taxi associations,
I have somebody who got talk, man. We dial up a number here quick, man.
the taxi associations
Uh-huh.
came together, made a proposal to the government, and they said in response to that, we are going to look into minibuses as well.
You ain't buy my van.
Oh,
You ain't
Wait,
buy
you
my
ain't buy
van.
the van?
audacity for you
You
to
ain't
tell
buy
me
my
that
van.
passengers
You can't-
ain't by your van.
All right, let me.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, you. Is this
No, that is not a person. We are to call that person. But hello,
No,
good
but
morning.
that's the number I dialed.
Good morning.
Hey, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Hi, welcome to Extreme 104.
What's up?
You're a bus
I'm
driver,
good.
right? I make sure I've dialed you right now, but I say that
Yes,
to a
yes,
hotel
yes.
worker, you know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
stop it.
Okay,
Hotel
So-
worker, seriously.
I want to find out a couple things about this document here. Where did it come from?
The document that you guys received is actually a draft.
Give me some volume there.
You understand? We
Okay.
met together and we came up with a draft. And we asked for it to be discussed in the different van groups, the different van areas for suggestions.
Okay.
But somehow we got leaked.
What's the name of this group?
Well, we under the Minibus Association, so we'll call ourselves Ventas or Nova, whatever you guys choose to call us. Remember, it's just something that was put in together. It is not concrete.
Oh, gosh.
Because of the constant raising fares and tires and so forth, we decided that we would try and work with the government and come up with a price increase.
Okay.
But it seems nothing in this country is kept confidential. So instead of discussing it among themselves, they release it to the public as it was something that was done and released. It was not released.
Okay. And you understand why the public would be in a bit of uproar because it has the heading authorized and it says as of
If you
June
look at the heading
1st.
properly, if you look at the heading properly, you will see that it says, I think it says draft or...
It says to be revised and considered.
Right. So it was supposed to be like how you call it a meeting like the Georgetown one comes to. So the Georgetown one could have met. See it, discuss it, make the changes and submit it. You understand? And then we would have put one document together and then submit it to the government.
When were you planning to submit this document to the government?
Well, we were hoping to get it submitted before the week is out.
Wait, don't submit already.
The government get it ready. But do you think...
No.
You're part of this group, right?
Yes.
Right. You're part of this group. You have to have a president. All of you can just have a say. Somebody has to speak on behalf of the group. You don't think that you guys should have at least come together and at least have that foundation and set up an organization because you now say, oh, you guys could call us Nova or Ventas or whatever. What I'm thinking is now, do you think the government is going to take you seriously when you come and propose something like this? That you don't have an organization.
No. You understand?
Huh?
No, but the government knows that the fares has to be raised.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not discrediting
Because
that.
of the
But
amount of pressure that is on the van industry. Everything is going up for van.
yes,
Tires,
I
oil.
understand all of that. But I mean, as a body, as an organization, you have to come and propose yourself presentable to the
No, we
guys.
presented ourselves as a minibus organization.
The
That's how we
minibus.
just-
Right.
You guys.
You guys have any arms, vice president, because you're talking on behalf of all the bus drivers and you're saying this is some, because some other bus drivers say that they have no idea that this is happening.
minibus operators do not come to meetings, and that is a problem that is faced with the minibus association from inception.
Uh-huh.
Everybody wants an input, but when times it comes to a meeting, when it's time to meet, when it's time to discuss something, you get half of the population of the minibus association.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So at some point, some guys have to take it upon themselves to take the lead, and hopefully that the rest guys will join in. It's just like in any organization you have. You have 5 people working, and the rest people just sit down and expect it to benefit.
Okay.
That is exactly how it is.
Let me ask you something, right? This document here says June 1st. So you are planning to go to the government, let's say by Friday, May 27th.
Right. So it
So-
was just to be something to be discussed. You understand?
So why put a date if it's something to be discussed as
No,
of?
because we just draft it. We just draft it so that they would understand how soon we're looking to get it in.
So necessarily,
it
you
just-
didn't really expect it to change.
To be leaked, right? We
The
wasn't
change.
expecting it to be out
Okay,
there.
then.
We expected to meet
I,
with a group.
I understand where you're coming from there. So I
question.
guess the date was not really for the government. It was for the bus
Right.
drivers to come to a decision by then.
Before, because
Okay,
the
then, cool.
association is laid back.
Question
You
though.
understand?
Question though.
So,
Um, I don't know if I heard it, but when was it drafted? As in the exact date, do you know?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, sure.
I think it was draft. We met about 3 weeks ago. And when we called the meeting, just about 20-25 vans came to understand.
Right.
Mm.
Okay.
So we just drafted it, and we said, okay, seeing that some because the guys they say, oh, I can't come from Shaka for a meeting, I can't come from Johnson for a meeting. So we said, okay, how about you guys meet in our area, discuss it, make our changes, and send it back so that we can have an official document done.
Okay. When do you
But
want,
instead of that,
Mhm.
they released it. Somebody released it.
or some
to the
people,
media.
it could be more than
Or
one
some
people.
people.
Let me ask you, right? If you were to meet with the government this week and they agreed that some of the fares or all of the fares will be increased, when do you think it's best for it to be implemented?
I think, well, you gotta give the public some time to say. So probably like a 2 weeks after the decision was made, so that you could get it out there, people could really change affairs, and people could start budgeting. So the end of the month would be the better time. Everybody get paid, and the people have a little money in their pocket. Then they try and do it in the middle of the month when this country situation is the thing hard. You understand? So we can't go and try and raise it to exorbitant.
Okay.
So if you look at the document, you just put $1 straight across the board and say, you guys discuss it in each area. Because we can't make a decision for Georgetown, guys.
Okay.
You understand? But we know the race is needed. So that's all we was trying to do.
I have 2 questions, right? Do you think that it is fair on a passenger? It says Georgetown present rate $6. But I know people who travel from Kingstown to Georgetown pay $5. The new rate, the proposed new rate, $7. Do you think that it is fair to jump from $5 to $7 for that route?
No, but the actual rate is 6.
Why not implement the actual rate for some of these locations?
But we have been trying to implement the actual rate.
Okay,
But we
so
also trying to understand.
how did you try to implement the actual rates?
Asking for the $6.
Boss, you have the radio, you have the newspaper, you have Vintas. Make a public report. Make a public I forget the name of the word. The word that I'm looking for. Say, general public, this is a reminder from next month, end of month, we are going to implement the current fares, the current gazetted fares since 2011.
But how you could do that when it's only 20 bus showing up for a meeting?
Yeah, but then how do you expect this to be effective?
That's
you
what
are
I'm saying.
You're skipping over the actual
That's what I
rate.
asked them earlier. I'm like, don't you think that the organization needs to have some ground force before you make these kind of, before you push out these things?
Hello, but all those were supposed to be part of the plan. we actually was hoping to meet with the media, rivers, publish the jury, explain why we're looking for raise affairs. You understand? Show the difference between the rates back then and the prices and stuff then and now. You understand? It was supposed to be an entire media campaign. But because it went and jumped the gun and released it to the public, is why we actually having discussion this morning.
Question.
Because if they had done it the way we wanted it to be done, then this would not have even been out until we have already submitted the document to the government. You understand?
Okay.
And then now we would have go to the public and explain. You understand?
Okay.
So the van industry has a lot of changes that need to be made. You understand? For both the public and for vanmen. And we just trying to put ourselves together as a group and so that it would benefit not only us but the public.
Question.
Because some vendors are asking to reduce capacity from 18 to 300 seats. You understand? So there are a lot of things that we have discussed behind the scenes. But because of this jump with this letter or with this document, is why we're in the position we're in this morning.
How much of you in the group?
About 25.
25.
25.
And the industry is like what, 700-800 of you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa. Boy, boss man, you
It's a
did
real
bad.
proof.
Alright.
It's a real
Alright.
proof.
Alright.
You did bad.
So
Because
okay.
they don't come out
Real
with
bad.
focus.
Okay. So seeing that you the 25 guys, somebody leaked the picture. Somebody leaked the document. So the document is for everybody, or just for you 25 guys.
I was getting to that. The rest man, they're going to sponge off your hard work, man.
Yeah, because that was unfair for so.
They're going to sponge off all their hard work.
Well, that is why we ask them to meet in the individual areas.
You
Like,
decentralize
I
it.
can work in Camden Park. I can't make a decision for guys working in Chateau.
Uh-huh.
I don't know where they're going through down there. So even if we had only 25 guys with the initial start, if they would meet in the area among themselves and come up with their own suggestions to the table and send, then it would be easier than trying to control 700 guys because we know we will get a turnout.
Okay.
I like the approach of splitting up in groups because it's really
Yeah.
difficult to get everybody to come together.
I want to
And then-
ask something
And then how one
quick,
one-
right?
Yeah, like-
In regards to
like
the 25 in the group, right? Are they all from one area? Or are they from you have
No.
from each
We have
area?
guys from different areas.
Okay then.
You have some guys who never turn up, like
Okay.
guys from Sharp,
Okay.
who never turn up to meetings.
Right.
I'm a
Yeah.
be honest, right?
We just had to work with who showed up.
Okay. Related question though. How far does it span out?
Oh, who?
How far does the group span out? As in, you say you have guys from different areas. How far do you reach?
How far we reach?
Like, do
Yeah,
you have
as
somebody
in
from Chateau?
from
you have
Chateau, you have somebody from
Georgetown,
Georgetown.
Yeah,
Green
you just
Hill.
mentioned
We
that.
had somebody from Chateau, we had somebody from Georgetown,
Yeah.
somebody from like Barely. You understand? I think we had a few from Mexico, from Glen, Camden Park. You understand? But
Right, yeah, okay.
It was not represented.
Okay.
So what we did, we had some
It's a collective
exercise.
party. You have a representative from every
we put
area.
we put each area on the exercise book and give it to the person and tell
Yeah.
what they need.
Okay.
I
And
understand,
ask
I
them to
understand.
have their own individual meeting.
Yes.
I like
Take
that
notes
approach.
and bring it back.
Yeah. Kudos
Sorry,
though.
so we could discuss it.
I'll give you props for that approach.
You understand?
I have one
Because
question.
we have been trying to have a island-wide meeting and it don't ever happen.
Okay.
You
Good
understand?
stuff.
People don't show up.
Good
So we
stuff.
have to find a different way to get everybody involved.
Keep that approach.
Yeah.
But
Let
how-
me
how
ask
you
you now,
talking
right?
li- okay,
Let me
go ahead.
ask you now. There are some vans that have been overcharging passengers. How are you guys dealing with that?
Because I being Green Hill just last week and I paid $200 to go up there.
Taxi
And I
guy?
see I paid $2 to go up there and I see you now saying the fee raised to $2, so I wonder what's going on.
Well, honestly, I cannot speak to that because I really don't know about that.
Okay, well, I can tell you there are some Glen vans that are charging passengers $2.50 from Glen to Kingstowne. The fare, according to what has been gazetted since 2011, is $2. Somebody from, was it Chauncey, said that she was charged $5. The driver took out $5 and said, "This is my van, and you ain't helping me fix it."
Okay. Well, I guess that's something we would have to work on.
Currently,
Yeah,
it's not legal, and it's not right either.
Yeah, it's not right. You understand? But you see, people quick to discuss that. Well, they wouldn't be quick to discuss how many vans are being short paid on a daily basis. Oh, this is what I have. And
Okay.
they take the petty knock and they gone. They walk away. Well, what are we supposed to do? The man business is the only
Take your
business
money.
where-
Take your money as they enter the bus before you drive off.
Pay as
But
you
there's
enter.
a different problem again. You guys not in it, but you don't know how difficult it is for the public is to deal with.
All right, let
I've
me
seen from
Yeah,
time to
man.
time.
Hold
I've
on.
seen
So
from
we
time
say
to
that
time.
man, $5 to bring back, and they had to run behind the car.
All right.
You understand?
All right.
But we catch up on now and wouldn't want to pay an extra $2 to carry the van.
Yeah, but sometimes when you pay before you enter now, when you pay as you enter, the vans don't reach the destination.
Or take back your money.
I just go and sit there.
So
because
how you can deal with that part, you know?
we just have
No,
instances
that-
where
that-
van
that-
where
that-
van
that's
just
the money.
decide to turn back and all that.
No, but-
turn
but
back
I-
in certain areas.
But I can't go ask for my money. That's
Yeah.
the option right there.
Yeah, but you ask that everybody.
No, but you know to yourself that's the option already. If I catch a van, right, and I want to reach this place and I pay the van before I go in. I pay before I go in the van. And the man drop me. Let me say I go in Peacemore and he drop me high school. And I say, what about my money?
But you would find more cases where people short paper, right?
Yeah, but
Because, like example, in Georgetown people pay $5.
Hmm.
When they say you think, oh, but it's on the take 5. And it happens right in Camden Park. You tell people 150, but it's on the take $1. Yeah, but the price is 150. You're supposed to pay 150,
Okay.
and they refuse to pay the extra.
I respect
And
what I
you,
say.
you
Yeah,
guys,
okay.
you guys have the upper hand to demand the correct fare from passengers, right? This is just my suggestion. Maybe you get together again until the government decides that the fares should be raised. So listen, going forward, we're gonna be taking, and everybody has to be on board because you don't know when they're gonna say, all right, it's gonna take effect. They could say in November, then that's when the fares are gonna
And
rise.
set up the organization better, man. Y'all need to have a president or someone to represent
Yeah,
y'all.
we will be working on that because
Yeah.
there are a lot of things.
Because I understand that the document was leaked, right? But the fact that things are being discussed now, there has to be a level of chain of command in how things are being proposed. That should
Yeah,
never
but-
reach out to the public, and of
Would you-
course, it's going to bring alarm to persons in who take.
But
Especially people who salary
what's
go
up?
up.
What I'm saying, right? This was supposed to be the start. We get them meeting, they were different groups, and then they elect a leader from their group, and each group now we call one meeting and one representative from each group show up, and then we form an executive. We had to start somewhere. If you try to start having elections without trying to put a proper group in place, then you'll just be filling up in mud.
Okay then.
So to get to a presidential vote, you had to try and get the guys organized in the different groups. So when they don't come to the meeting, at least the one person who's the leader of that group would come to the meeting. You understand?
yeah,
So
but
it's a strategy.
then in the same breath, you give them a bad habit. Because you're going to say, boy, man, he could pick up for me. I ain't have to go to this meeting here.
No, but
And then
because
you
if you look at our organizations, right? Like, for example, credit union, we all have a board of executives. You understand? Each member do not attend every week. But there's an executive in place where each member could send in their necessary suggestions and discussion.
Right. So you
Problem.
kind of do it like a
Yeah.
political party. You have your constituency
Well,
rep and
so
what's
because
not.
we know that everybody wouldn't show up,
I like that.
we tried it a different way. You understand? So once we had each of these set up, each of these individuals set up, then it would have been easier now to put together an executive based on the leaders from each group.
Okay. Good stuff.
You understand?
You for president.
It wasn't
I actually,
an area where it wasn't where we just decided, oh no, we just need to do this. We saw how the organization is in shambles, and we had to come up with the best possible way
The
to at least get
organization.
guys to meet,
Uh-huh.
and then we could move from there.
How come Roy run? How come Mr.
You
Adam
gotta ask Roy,
from
Ron.
Ventus
I
run?
cannot speak for Mr.
so you running for president?
No, I would not.
I think you should.
I think you should.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you've been very vocal for the van men. them.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah.
don't
Yeah,
really
but-
hear a lot of them
Sure.
calling. You're the one who always calling.
Who are we speaking to?
Calling name, man.
Give me a name.
I don't want to call it.
Johnny?
Call it yourself.
Shane, my name is Shane.
Shane for president of Bintas.
Yeah, Shane.
You guys need to go to the government under an organized body. You
Yes,
cannot
I
wake
do
up
that.
today,
The
tomorrow,
guys
and say,
jumped the gun. The guys jumped the gun, as I said.
clicks.
And
No,
went ahead and released it after.
Shane, another
But
thing,
if it
right?
was done with the way we were planning to have it done, we would have gone. We would have gone to the government.
no,
as an
but you
organized
see again, discourage no.
No, wait. Another thing, Shane.
No.
You know, the public is gonna hit you guys for 6 because y'all doing real nonsense too. Because y'all just be, as mentioned earlier, you're doing some bad stuff in the road, all your loud music. How you going to sort out all them problem here, brother?
I think we had to deal with one problem at a time.
One problem at a
It's-
time.
Yeah, we
Because
can't
I'm gonna be honest,
handle everything and fix
some
everything.
comments coming in here and people saying, oh, me ain't paying no money because all this give our music loud, so dollar for all of you. Dollar.
When it comes to paying rent, the public will always have an issue.
No, but
That is not true. That is not
Persons-
true. Not all the time.
persons have been
Not all the
saying
time.
for years since I go in primary school. Loud music is a
Because
problem.
look at something, right? It's about 30-something years. People are paying $1 for a charge up in a van. Vans and stuff, everything's a van probably double it in the 30-something
I'm
years.
not discrediting
And I know
all
people
that.
will still say, oh, $1 too much, $2 too much to pay. You understand? It's like the public would always have a problem if the van asks to raise a pay. They would say, oh, about salary raise. You understand?
I'm not discrediting
All right,
all that,
so-
Shane. All I'm saying is that you guys are doing some ill justice.
Hold on.
Man,
You're
No,
doing,
wait.
you're doing bad to the public.
Some of you guys ain't operating.
They're not
well.
operating well for the public.
So is
People
that,
are going to have issues like that. But you guys need to listen to me.
Because
There's a
in
lot of
any
things.
organization,
Uh-huh.
in any organization, you don't have anybody. The police, DJs, the government. You understand? No organization can point me to where everybody is a face. It don't have the body. And the sooner we start to understand that, you understand, we can address it. But they make it sound like it's every band that's doing out music, it's every band that's speaking, it's every band that's like records. That is not the case. Out of the 700, you might probably get 100, 200 of them who actually guilty of doing that. And you have about 300 good guys on the road with them. You understand? But the public would just focus on the bags of the guys. What about the guys who would go off the moon to drop people with the bags and do charge extra? Or the guys who would take kids to school even when they have no money?
They
You
should.
know them kind of play game stuff. It's always the negative when coming to bands. Always the negative.
you want to wait? I was
Some of
negative.
bands close up something because they know they can just come to the hospital, starting passengers on the road. I am saying it myself. Somebody had an asthma attack in my van and empty my van. I was just really the hospital. You understand? It's a give and take situation. Yes, I know that the bad exploded. I know that the guys who drive reckless, the guys who speed. You understand? The guys who stop anyway. But at the same time, you have to be good enough to stick to the rules. We try to do as it is. So it's a work in progress.
Yeah, man.
I wish you luck, though. I wish you
Alright.
luck. I wish you luck. I really hope they come.
Let me
through.
tell
Shane
Everybody.
for president of the van drivers party. No, let me talk about party because it sounds like y'all are nice time. I'm sorry. I was just thinking like,
Is that call coming?
politics there. What is the time there? We have time for a quick call. 1 minute. No, good morning.
I mean, I understand his crying concerns to a lot of things raising and the
So
bus.
you could choose violence now, no?
What?
Okay.
We could have a reasonable discussion without choosing violence. Lad.
That's not literal violence.
You
You see, right? I support van fare increases because one, cost of living has gone up. Two, the price for the parts to maintain the vehicle, that has also gone up. Three, a van driver tell me how he paid $60 extra at the pump yesterday. It nearly dropped down.
Yeah. Them
Gas.
Them gasoline man balling right now.
Has gone up,
Diesel.
right?
Them gasoline man balling.
Justifiably so. An increase in the fares is warranted. But I don't like the approach. You are jumping, let me be specific to Georgetown. You are jumping from the gazetted fare since 2011,
That was 10 years ago.
right? It is gazetted as $6. And nobody is paying $6. So essentially, you are jumping from $5 to $7. In your discussions, why not say, let us implement, because really and truly, you are asking for $1 increase from what is legally acceptable to what you want in the future. Implement the correct fares. How do you expect to skip over that and then get extra money? Not that you do not deserve the extra income, but the approach, you can't even manage to implement what is currently in place. Implement the $6. Get your thing together.
That would be a problem,
You know that-
Crystal,
you know, no, come on,
because
come on,
it is easy for someone. I could go now, if I have my license, my H license, I could go buy a van. Star Run van is my van. You could tell me how much you pay. I could tell you how much you pay.
No,
you
it
know-
does not work like that.
well, listen
it
to me.
shouldn't work
So
like
who,
that.
Who
You-
checks
you know
on
when I run
these
in my head,
things? Who
the,
checks on
um,
these things? Who checks on these things?
They have a transportation board for a reason.
Who checks on these things, Crystal?
E-bus
Who?
system.
Who?
The e-bus system. No van man will go on that
Exactly.
except Joey
E-bus
and the
But,
system.
government
but then
buses.
it would have worked out good for them.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Considering everything raised, how is it like?
It would have worked out good for them because saying that they implement the e-bus, they could implement a e-pay system too. Everybody get a card, top up a card.
How they going to get the money?
Exactly.
Okay.
No, that was the card for now. That's what the card for now.
Oi, you see how you tell us things siffy right now in the
I don't
country.
know.
No,
I
well,
don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't think
sorry. If
that
Listen.
would take some,
it would take time, but
Yes.
you have to start it.
yeah, but
In the meantime, please, when you go for your negotiation to the government, could you please ask them to put in between in all them fares here? If I want to move from point A to, well, the buses would move from point A to point B. But if I want to stop in the middle,
Point A and a half.
point A and a half, or be flat, or something like that, what is the fare? For example, if
Short
I'm
drop.
moving from, it's not necessarily a short drop. If I am moving from Kingstown to Annesville, what is the fare? It's not here on the old document. I actually pulled it up last night. It's not on the old document. So what? It's left up to the discretion of the driver. That's madness. You see how some drivers will say X and some other drivers are going to say Y. Put it in there. The in-between drops too.
well, they just call them short drops.
A short drop is
That's what they just call them. They call them the in between drops. They're short drops.
piece more too. A short drop is like $150, no?
Right.
A short
Okay.
drop is like,
But a van is
like
taking $2 from Annisville
piece
to
more to Sand
California.
Hill, yeah.
Uh huh. Well,
Piece more to Cyan Hill is
I just change up
Short
my
drop.
money, so when I get the dollar, I take.
$150.
But that should be a short drop.
That is not a short
Huh?
drop. That's a whole. A short drop is one bus stop.
It raised. I think it was like 150.
Raised
for a short
when?
job. I don't know. When I
It
go in,
short drop is
never
one bus-
is.
when I go in the van,
Bus
the conductor
fares
say,
never is.
How a short drop would be one bus stop?
That's a short drop.
So from high school to up by Maurice Village Gap.
That's a short drop.
And they go walk?
150. But some people can't afford to walk. Hello, good morning. 802. That's
Hi,
the
good
time.
morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, my contribution is that, yes, the bus needs to be raised.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I would just say, a simple fact, they could just raise $2 for the charge up. They don't have to raise some of the areas. Charge up needed to be raised over 20 years now. It's a fact go down to proven, the amount of thing raised in that time and charge up have not raised up to now. If a bus walk in Georgetown and they collecting $2 for every charge up going, it make an increase. So it will help. It will help.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
yeah, we still there.
Implement the current fares.
But
Now,
the,
so.
the problem I be getting from people is
Ooh, driver.
every time minibus to have a raise, you hear how much complaint, who speeding for who loud music, they have nothing to do with the raise. I don't want to hear them comments, they have nothing to do with the raise.
Okay.
Because you have issues in supermarkets,
Nobody
and
knows
price
that.
raising every day, and you pay for them and go for a going same out. The
Alright.
price
to
is the price.
that point there, right? Supermarket prices could raise, but I
Yeah.
could decide to buy less, a half a pound of lentil peas instead
You
because
can
it's more
buy less.
expensive.
You
I
can
can't
buy
I
less.
can't pay for half a drop.
Okay, so if a van raise, then you can walk less. You can stop halfway too.
I'll travel
And
less.
go.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Walk.
No, you
Driver.
walk halfway.
It's true.
You go in
Walk
charge,
halfway.
you take carry and go over. The next money you pay.
Where van working? Where's your van working?
Yeah, like that one.
Well, I don't have a van no more, but I'm letting you know where I'm
Alright,
If you
so-
put it that way, This is where it's supposed to go.
I like that one. I like that one.
I go walk.
You understand?
Yeah,
I
like
don't
that
tell people to say,
After 2 hours of walking.
if the money is too much for where you going, if $2 is too much for where you going, then walk it.
Walk it.
It's simple. No argument.
Well, I go drop me halfway up the hill, me go walk down the hill.
Yeah, what do that? You know what I mean? But it is what it is.
Okay.
The bosses, they can't help. Too much thing with upon them for over 20 years now and haven't been a
They just
change
need
in
to
the
form a good
charger.
body.
So wait.
You're a bus driver, right?
So hold on. So
Used to.
Yeah, but I
so-
just think they need a good organization. That's the problem that they have. They need a good organization.
No, between me and you, I don't just think the organization needs to do that because the government is supposed to do, but none of the government will touch the issue. That's the problem.
Too much politics
None of them want to
involved.
touch the issue.
Because them is the easy man for take blows.
Too much
Yeah,
politics
no.
involved.
But then again, they figure that it will kill voters, you know what I mean? But then if you really educate the people what should happen, then it's not a problem. They don't educate the people. They just have people calling and making stupid arguments about, oh, the war. So you were telling me now, it's okay for the Boston carry and how they carry and once it is them, but they raise them up to do better. So once, you know what I mean?
That's not a fair point, a fair question, because
No, but how did that sound?
from time and time again, the argument or the request is made by the public that the van, some of the van drivers are driving
Over
too
the
fast, right? The music too loud, the music lewd. And that conversation happens without there being an initiator
Right,
of van
I
fairs.
agree.
That
I
comes up
agree.
from time to
But
time, man.
whenever van fails to come to talk about, they bring back the same statement.
Yeah,
They don't
because
really
the problem
deal
never
it. They don't
fixed.
deal with the issue at hand.
The
But the
problem
problem
never
has nothing
fixed.
to do with the race. The problem has nothing to do with the race. That's what I'm saying.
I'll go buy that one.
Uh-huh.
I'll buy it for
You gonna buy that?
$2, not $3.
Probably if the van drivers decide, you know what? Since the public is crying, bawling, saying that we're playing the music too loud, if we adjust the problems of the public, then we have no problem just saying, man, them.
The $2?
Yeah, no
That what
problem.
you're saying?
Yeah, if all the baby
Nah,
myself on the road,
that mean no
yeah,
sense
in a
to me.
perfect world, it gonna happen.
No, that mean no
Turn
sense
down
to
the
me.
music and y'all get hear what the
Yeah.
public saying.
You turn down
No,
the
no,
music
but-
and you gonna hear what we saying. It's true.
No. Yo, my brother, trust me on that. I will disagree on that point.
Uh-huh.
But the man them playing too much loud music. I agree with all that.
Uh-huh.
In the,
Speeding.
as far as I see, they should cut out all music and leave it to speaker card in a heat. To me, rich. But
Yeah.
I am still saying that besides the point, the issue at hand is it resolve the race or not.
Yeah.
It's a business.
Resolve
And you have to treat it
areas.
like a business.
These of erase.
You know?
But once it's done properly.
Yeah.
Why? Let me ask you. Why in all the 11 years the rates went up, that nobody ever saw it fit to try to implement the correct fares for these drops?
Let me tell you something, please. I was there in meetings already. The government officials saying even if they give us it, they ain't policing it. That therefore, you can't either like of a person paying shark money. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah.
So-
You know, you can't ever get in trouble with them. You understand an argument? The problem is right. I heard one time when back up in now with the $4, I hear policeman, they said, people said, I heard the policeman and all, just to give them the $3 and vex them and say, oh, I take the correct fee. I heard all these things already.
Well, we know some of them.
You know?
have
Hold on.
plenty of money. To be.
So they have nothing really policing that situation there. That's why I'm telling y'all. You have to be, just like Latona, you have to be to know.
As a former van driver,
Ah.
what would you recommend they do in order to get the to get the fares that they request? What would you recommend?
You
that they
brother?
do? Because they
First thing first.
clearly the organization in shambles. Because
It's a shocker because
Yeah.
we have too much division in the van bill.
right. So
That's
what would
one.
you recommend?
A
Would
lot
you-
of people fall. You have to cut out that. That's what I recommend. You have to try to get it together at once.
Okay then.
Okay? And then you have to deal with pay among people. I could remember when Leeward, when they said they're going to raise Leeward fee. Leeward people already think was $10 to go. And if I man was selling for 7, they end up getting 6. But people are ready because up to now people still paying small taxi van $10 to go down.
Okay.
So they already know the pay what I, you know what I mean? What I increase then.
All right. So
You know?
we gotta cut it now and go to a sponsored segment. But thank you so
All right.
much. Who are we
welcome.
speaking to?
Me?
Yeah.
Buster.
Buster, you for
Yeah.
vice president. I following you, you know, like, after that, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't stay in there for like 21 years. Anyways, I gone. Bye. Have a good day.
Yeah, we have a couple responses, but we're
can't-
going to touch them when we're done this one
Yeah,
segment.
Jesus, whatever.
Yeah.
24 lines are going. When we come back
Hold
from the digital state of emergency mix, we'll continue with the discussion. Read out your responses, share your voice notes. Continue to hit us up at 4301043. That's the WhatsApp. Make sure you keep your voice notes short and sweet.